Okay, someone just got a little bit heated with me and made a whole video, right? And I was trying to explain something about charting. Okay, so when you go number one, number two, when you hit the Billboard charts, okay, and they have charts or different music charts all over in different countries, right? Every country has them, okay? It does not it does not mean that you made a whole super big amount of money, okay? It doesn't always mean that, all right? So let's say, for instance, when we're going to talk about any artist, okay? So just to try and explain this, please, gosh. Okay, so a person can hit number, let's say 15 on the charts here in the United States of America, and they can hit number one somewhere else, right? Over in that other country, because they hit number one, it does not mean that they made more money or had more sales than they did in the United States of America. That does not mean that. That doesn't mean that they did better in that country than they did in the USA. It means that they charted at number one in that country. And they charted at number 15 in the United States of America. But they made more money and had more sales, sold more albums in the United States of America. And some people don't understand how that can be. Well, a music company, I'm an author, and this is how I know this, right? So I'm gonna talk about books, okay? I'm just talk about books. I have, let's say I choose two of my books, okay? This book actually hit number one, okay? I dropped it, it was a horror, but it did not sell nearly as much as Curse the Cotton, okay? This one sold a bunch, but because of the category that it dropped, it had more competition, okay? And so it hit like in the top 100, but it didn't hit number one, right? This one, on the other hand, had less competition because it's a horror, okay? And it was able to sell less to hit number one, okay? So this is actually my best seller when it comes to this. If I was to compare both of these books, although this one hit number one, it charted higher. This is not my best seller. This one is my best seller because it reached the top 100. However, it didn't reach number one like this book, but it sold more copies. The reason why it charted just in the top 100 and not number one is in its category is because it had more competition. That the week it could either be the week it was released it had more competition, or it just had more competition overall, because there's more historical fiction, African American historical fiction being released than there is African American horror. So that's the difference. So just because an album hits number one, and let's say in another country, it doesn't mean it did better than it did in the United States of America. That's just the charts in that country. Okay? So it may be easier to hit number one in that country versus versus the United States of America. That country may have less entertainers releasing stuff, may have less whatever in that genre, okay? Versus the United States of America. See what I'm saying? So it's easier to chart. You can measure the success an album had more accurately with the sales data in each country. If you're going to compare countries, you have to look at the sales data because that's way more accurate. Okay? I don't even know if I'm explaining this right, but hopefully y'all get it. Okay? That's way more accurate, and that's why when I was talking about Tyla, for instance, her sales data proved that she makes she earns more revenue. Her sales are best in the United States of America. Okay? Best. Out of all other countries, her sales data is best in the United States of America for this. And I think it may be for her first album too. But she can hit number one. She may have hit number one in other countries because there was less competition in that area. That does not necessarily mean she earned more money or had more sales there. Does that make sense?